Guys, NRL vid 090 back here with another video today. Today I'll be getting to my round 5 NRL tips, and there's been some, this will be a good round I think. I cannot wait. I'm very hyped for round 5, so let's get into it. The first game is my Manly Sea Eagles taking on the Brisbane Broncos at Central Coast Stadium. It's the first time these two are playing at Central Coast in 5 years. So 2015 was the last time these two played at Central Coast. Manly are $1.21. The Broncos are $4.45. Gee, that's big. I don't ever like those odds that much because I don't like having all the money on us. That's a bit too much I think for Manly. Having all those odds on us. Well, yeah. Manly getting all the money here. With the teams, Jesse Arthurs has been dropped for the Broncos. Manly are 1-17, so there's no changes for Manly. Ben Teo comes off the bench. He's back in the NRL, coming off the bench in number 15. Herbie Farnworth and Xavier Coates are the new wingers for the Broncos. In the back row, Corey Oates shifts the back row from the winger, and Joe Offahengawi partners with him in the back row as well. So, look, it's I know I'm always tipping Manly here, but look, I have to tip them again. I think Manly will win by 8. It's a game we should win. We should win this one against Brisbane, but if we lose, I'll be very surprised. But you never know. Brisbane could turn up, but I'm going to go Manly by 8 here, so 8 points. And my first try scorer in this game will go to, first try scorer Brad Parker. I think Brad Parker can get the first try for Manly here. Next game, we've got the Cowboys versus the Warriors. And this game will take place at also Central Coast Stadium as well. So, the Cowboys are $1.42 and the Warriors are $2.85. Going through the team lists, Ben Hampton's been dropped by the Cowboys after having a shocker against the Sharks. And so has Jay Granville. Jay Granville's also been dropped by the Cowboys, I think. And John Asiata's still out with his knee injury, so he'll be back soon, I think. Peter Hiku is in jersey number 18, coming back from his injury that he suffered against the Dragons. And Chanel Harris Tavita is still in reserve as well. I wonder if he'll come in. And Hamiso Tibai Fidel makes his NRL debut for the Cowboys, and he's a speed machine. If you didn't see in the NRL Perth 9s, he was a beast, best player, I think, in the whole tournament. The backline for the Warriors looks a bit stuffed, and the forward pack's okay, but that's also stuffed as well. The Cowboys team looks pretty decent, even though Tamalolo's in reserves and he's not back yet, and no Morgan for Cowboys. But I think they have a bit more quality and skill, the Cowboys team, more than the Warriors. I'll go with the Cowboys here by 10 points, I think. And my first try scorer will be Cohen Hess. Will be my first try scorer. I think he can get it one from either grab a kick or just barging over the Warriors pack. Moving on to the other Friday night game. This will be on. Well, I watched this game on Fox. I never watched 9 at all, but this will be on 9 if you don't have Fox. But Eagles and the Panthers at Bankwest Stadium, Friday night. So the odds. Sorry, the Eagles are $1.44. The Panthers are $2.80. Going through the team changes. Nathan Cleary is finally back for the Panthers. So that means Matt Burton goes to the bench. So Matt Burton plays number 14, and Jerome Luai stays at number 6. The Eels are the same. It's just that Ray Stone comes back, and I believe he had his birthday when they were playing Manly, so that's why he missed out, I think. Not much change to the Panthers at all after the big win over the Warriors. I think Cleary is a real boost to the Panthers, and you know what? I'm tipping Panthers here. Not because not because I don't like the Eels or anything. It's just that I feel like Nathan Cleary will really see the Panthers here, and Panthers usually do get the better of the Eels during games. Because in the past we've seen that Panthers sort of have this iffy little thing about the Panthers, so I think Panthers can turn up here. Nathan Cleary will be in for a big game, so I'm going Panthers here, but only by 2. And my first try scorer will be Stephen Crichton, my first try scorer. Moving on to the other game on Saturday football, 3 p.m. So this is Super Saturday. Hopefully it's a bit more super than last Saturday. Anyway, Rabbitohs and the Titans. And this is a bit of a bottom of the table clash, but a bit surprised Souths are there, but it happens. With the changes, so Cody Walker officially makes his return for the Rabbitohs, which means Troy Dargan gets dropped, and there's not much changes for the Rabbitohs in this game, except and Jimmy the Jet's back. James Roberts is back for South Sydney in the centres. That's big. For the Titans, they've got no changes from what it looks like after last week's win over the Tigers. So yeah, good for them. The odds. So the Rabbitohs are $1.25, and the Titans are $3.90. I'm going to take Rabbitohs here. I think Jimmy the Jet and Cody Walker will be big ins for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and I think Rabbitohs will. I know Titans play well against the Tigers, but I feel like Rabbitohs will put a bit of a show on the Titans. I'm going to go Rabbitohs here by 14, I think, and I think they're going to play well. My first try scorer is going to be Alex Johnson. Moving on to the other Saturday game. This is at 5:30. So this is the second game of Super Saturday out of 3. It is. Oh, this is a big game. This is a big game at Central Coast Stadium. The Newcastle Knights versus the Melbourne Storm. Wow, gee. Knights have been going really well, and the Storm are always tough to beat. This will be a great clash, I think. This could be, you know what, this could be game of the round. This could be, I might be wrong, but I've got a feeling this could be game of the round. Knights and Storm might be a really good clash. I'll get through the changes first before I get into the odds and all that. So with the Storm, Jerome Hughes is out because I think he hurt his hand. I can't remember, but he injured something, Jerome Hughes. So that's why he's out. Riley Jacks replaced him at number 7 in the halves. And Chris Lewis, after making his debut last week, he'll be pushed out of the side. And I think Max King comes in for the Storm. With the Knights, they've got no changes from what I see. They keep their 1-17 over after last week's win over the Raiders. So good. There's no changes for them. With the odds, the Knights are $2.35, Storm $1.60. You know what? I can really see this game. I can see this game going down to the wire. As much as I want to see Knights knock off Melbourne, wouldn't that be great? I think Melbourne will win here by maybe 6. I think Melbourne by 6 here. Just the class. I think the class for Melbourne Storm will get them home at the end. So I'll go Storm by 6, and my first try scorer will be for Knights, even though I think Knights will lose. My first try scorer for Knights will be a back, and I think Highmore Hunt will get in the corner for Knights here as first try scorer. Now, with the last Super Saturday game of the afternoon between the Raiders and the Tigers. There's a lot of news for the Tigers here. One of the changes for the Tigers have been they've dropped Benji Marshall and Josh Reynolds comes into the side. That's very big. One of that helps them at all, but I doubt it. But one of it helps the Tigers in a way. So Luke Garner looks like he's been dropped as well. Corey Thompson's out of the side. Robert Jennings has also been dropped, and there's no Oliver Clark for the Tigers. So Tommy Talau's on the wing. Josh Reynolds at 6. Luke Brooks at 7. I'll drop Luke Brooks in my opinion and keep Benji at 7, but that's just my opinion. Zane Musgrove starts a prop for the Tigers. Alex Twell reverts to lock. And off the bench, Russell Packer comes into the team. So that's the changes I think that the Tigers have had. With the Raiders, they've had no changes at all. So they keep even though they lost to Knights last week, they keep the same 1-17. With the odds, Tigers at $3.09 and the Raiders are $1.38. I think Raiders will bounce back here. I think Ricky Stewart will really get the Raiders fired up for this game after their disappointing loss to Knights. Tigers will be disappointed as well, but I think Raiders will have a bit more than the Tigers in this game. So I'll go Raiders by 10 here. My first try scorer will be Jared Croker. Moving on to Sunday football. So this is Chemist Warehouse Sunday football we're moving on to right now. It's between, this is the game on TV, the Bulldogs and the Roosters. And this will be an interesting clash because Bulldogs played quite well against Dragons, but it was Dragons versing, so nothing too big there. But this will be a good game though. For the Bulldogs, they've got no changes at all, except there's one change for the Bulldogs. Kerrod Holland gets dropped from the team, and Christian Crichton moves to number 14. For the Roosters, they've also got no changes. So, yeah, the Roosters are 1 to 17. So not much changes for both teams. For the odds, and wow, oh my god, these odds, that's ridiculous. The Roosters are $1 1. Sorry, my voice there. The Roosters are $1.11, and the Dogs are $6.50. Wow, that's shocking odds. I would not have that high, but you never know. My tip for this game: Roosters will win, but it won't be big. It won't be a big win at all. I think Roosters will win. Roosters will win by maybe Roosters by 6. First try scorer I think will be Angus Crichton. But yeah, the odds are shocking for that game. The Bulldogs have a lot against them in terms of odds. Now, the last match of round 5, it's the Dragons versus the Sharks at Campbelltown Stadium. The changes for the teams, is there much changes? Yeah, there is one. I think Ronaldo Mulatalo's out for the Sharks. I don't know actually if he had an injury, Ronaldo Mulatalo, or just was suspended. I'm not sure, or dropped perhaps. But guys, I don't know what happened to Ronaldo Mulatalo. If you want, let me know in the comments down below what happened to Ronaldo Mulatalo. I'm not aware what happened because he's not on the side when he should be, but we'll see. Brayden Williami got injured, so he's out. Ewan Aiken starts this time in the centres after being in the bench last week against the Bulldogs. Tarek Sims is also out, and Tyrell Fuimayona starts in the back row, and Matt Duffy comes onto the bench. My tip for this game is, the odds. Sorry, the Dragons are $2.90, and the Sharks are $1.42. Going to have to tip the Sharks here. Dragons are under just too much scrutiny. They're under a lot of pressure. Just so much has been happening at the club. It's been so negative. The Sharks have been having a lot of negative stuff as well. They've had some problems, but I feel like Dragons have had a lot more during last week and maybe today and all that. I'll go Sharks here, and I think Sharks will win quite well, to be honest. I think Sharks by 12. First try scorer will go to Sione Katoa, the Sharks winger. Guys, that's my round 5 tips. Please like, comment, subscribe, share your tips in the comments down below. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.